The room was cleaned by the maid. We had lived in that house for 10 years before we decided to move to a larger one. We were walking hand in hand along the river. Sometimes I listened to music while studying. They were arguing about the movie they were watching. We usually have pizza on Fridays. He had already started his new job when I saw him. I do not have the necessary skills. They will celebrate their founding anniversary on Saturday. The concert had already started when we got there. If I had a superpower, I would choose to teleport. You should clean your room before you go out. Our team won the match. They were studying for a dance competition. The movie starts at noon. I am drawing. I'd rather go to the beach than stay at home. I think reading is more beneficial than watching TV. Despite the delay, we came to the party with pleasure. I will take 3 days off. Have you seen the latest news? I wish I hadn't stopped playing the piano. They are grateful for your help. The food was cooked by a professional chef. Email received yesterday. He usually reads before going to sleep. He practiced speaking English every day and as a result, he started speaking fluently. We decided to take a walk in the mountains. Have you seen that movie before? I always brush my teeth before going to bed. He had his bike painted a different color. The article argues that education is the key to reducing poverty. We usually barbecue in the backyard. I can't go to the party. I have a previous engagement. We have been waiting for the train since 9 o'clock. He wished he could see the sunset from the top of the mountain. The museum is closed on Mondays. I always check my email in the morning. They started a podcast to discuss current events. I will never give up on my dreams no matter how hard it is. We know the answer. Despite the difficulties, they were determined to succeed. They will renovate their house next summer. He was on his way to work when his tire punctured. Have you ever tried scuba diving? He likes to listen to music while cooking. The sound of thunder frightened the dog. I wish I had more time to travel. They had their dogs groomed at the pet shop. I saw a beautiful rainbow after the rain. The government should have implemented stricter policies. They will travel to Europe next week. I wish we had seen the movie in theaters. The restaurant was serving customers for hours before they ran out of food. If I had the talent to play an instrument, I could join a band. I wish we'd gone to the beach instead of staying at home. I wish I hadn't stopped playing the piano. He has a great sense of humor. He always helps me with my homework. He'll be away all week. He was reading a book while waiting for the train. He practiced basketball every day and got into the school team as a result. Located on the hill, the house offers a magnificent view. If they try their best, they can win the championship. She likes to do yoga in the morning. I wish I had more free time for hobbies. If it was warmer, we would have gone swimming. You should take the dog for a walk every day. The manager took the employees to a seminar. He practiced basketball every day and got into the school team as a result. Did you study French before your trip to Paris? He did not practice speaking English and his fluency did not improve as a result. We've been working on the project for weeks. He fixed his car when it broke down. If you mix red and blue you get purple. Construction workers had been working on the building for months before it was finally completed. She was making cookies in the kitchen. He has excellent communication skills. Flowers bloomed in spring. When I graduate, I will be studying for 6 years. The government should invest more in education. He was born on September 10th. The store opens at 9 a.m. every day. I went to the doctor for a checkup. Although he was tired, he stayed up late to finish the report. He wants to try rock climbing. The food prepared by the chef was delicious. The article discusses the impact of technology on society. The professor will have finished the assignment by the time he receives it. The party is on the first day of spring. I'll be retired when I'm 60. He meditated to reduce anxiety. She started a fitness challenge to motivate herself. He works out in the gym. Have you ever tried skydiving? They asked. He's been drawing the picture for several hours. My brother doesn't like vegetables. By the end of the summer I will have learned to swim. They better not miss the train. The museum is open from Tuesday to Sunday. By the time he wakes up, we'll be at work. He wrote an article about his trip to Paris. My brother was driving the car. The children excitedly opened their presents on Christmas morning. He did not invest wisely, so he lost a lot of money. The snow is melting. He decided to stop eating fast food. He should have called to cancel the appointment. His handwriting is smoother than mine. While the results were disappointing, we learned valuable lessons. If you'd bought the ingredients, we could have cooked together. They never go to bed late. Students were writing an essay for their homework. They will be renovating their kitchen next month. Although expensive, the quality of the product is unmatched. I wish I could participate in sports competitions. Sometimes we watch movies at home. He was supposed to attend the meeting this morning. I met him at the party. I met an old friend at the supermarket, she told her husband. We have to start studying for the exam. Have you seen the new superhero movie before it was released? If it's not raining, we can go cycling. I am a member of a dance club. He better apologize for his behavior. He started jogging every morning to improve his health. He couldn't find his favorite book in the bookstore. Despite his age, he is still very active and energetic. We should always help those in need, even when it is inconvenient. My mom told me, you should eat more fruits and vegetables. Easily forgives. The government should have implemented stricter policies. Coffee spills on the table. They decided to swim, albeit late. He didn't work on his presentation, so he wasn't prepared. I have already finished my homework, he said to his friend. The window was repaired by a professional. He is writing a letter to his friend. He got up early to catch the first train. The team coached by his manager won the match. He is presenting at the meeting. The team had previously won the championship 4 times. They finished their work early. I will be on vacation until the beginning of July. I wish I had more time to travel. The movie was more emotional than I thought. Workers repair the road. He's training for the triathlon. He wishes he could find his soulmate. The song was sung very well by the singer. We had the plumber fix the leaky faucet. He wrote a poem about love. He will present at the conference. He forgot to bring his lunch. By next summer, she will have lost 10 pounds. The problem was fixed by the IT department. He exercised regularly, so he improved his fitness level. We hope to travel to different countries. We were talking on the phone when the accident happened. His house is tidier than mine. We must be quiet in the library. The problem discussed in class was challenging. They dated for years before deciding to get married. I can't lend you my car. It's being repaired. Have you ever tried sushi before going to a Japanese restaurant? He forgot his passport before the trip. Feeling cold, he put on a warm jacket. The proposal was rejected by the committee. You must be quiet in the library. The question was asked by the student. In the winter we go skiing. They had their lawn cut by a landscape architect. She had worked as a nurse for years before deciding to pursue a different career. The teacher made the students play a game for school. Do you like swimming? The conference will be held in March. We cleaned the house on Sunday. If he had taken the bus, he would have arrived sooner. The manager took the employees to a seminar. He should have informed us about the change in plans. We were working tirelessly on the project and it was finally ready for presentation. We took a first aid course to help others in emergencies. The problem discussed in class required extensive research. The cat chased a mouse. The book was borrowed from the library. We are excited to visit our friends in another city. The team has won 2 championships in a row. He needs to buy a new computer. Don't forget to shop at the grocery store on the way home, my mom told me. I have to finish this book before the movie comes out. She sang a song at the talent show. They studied biology for 3 semesters. Had he accepted the job, he would have made more money. My goal is to travel the world. The window opened in the breeze. They consist of various components. I found a lost puppy on the street. The manager engaged employees in a training session. We usually go swimming in the summer. He enjoys playing basketball with his colleagues. He'd better take a break before he gets tired. He is jogging in the park. They want to learn to swim. They had lived in that neighborhood for a long time before they moved. The house decorated for Christmas looked festive and colorful. We'll have lunch at 1 o'clock. They held a fundraising event to support a local charity. We were enjoying the beautiful sunset on the beach. Even though the competition is tough, I believe in my abilities. Despite the difficulties, they managed to overcome it together. If I had a magic wand, I would grant you 3 wishes. I used to visit my grandfather every summer. They finished their work early. The building was destroyed in the earthquake. They'll be visiting their grandparents next week. They usually go out for dinner on Fridays. She had her hair cut by a professional stylist. I will never give up on my dreams no matter how hard it is. They studied together, so they passed the exam. My father was driving the car. I wish I had the courage to speak in public. I always say, thank you. I've been living in this city for 10 years, he said. Does she like to dance? He can lend you his car if you ask nicely. I've already seen the sunrise. Waiter serving customers. They had a gardener mow and fertilize their lawn. I always check my email in the morning. He took swimming lessons to overcome his fear of water. The library opens at 10 a.m. The tree planted in the backyard will provide shade during the summer months. The company is implementing new policies. He rehearsed to deliver his speech with confidence. I am drawing. We usually have dinner at home. The horse the cowboy rode was wild and untamed. Blue sky is brighter than gray clouds. They go to the movies from time to time. We have lunch around 12 o'clock. The magazine published an article on sustainable living. When they arrive at the airport, the plane will have taken off. Fixing a leaky faucet. He will be working here for 5 years by next month. They will have booked their plane by tomorrow evening. He's late for the airport. Despite criticism, he continued to pursue his passion for music. We're throwing a party. He rarely drinks coffee. They were hiking in the mountains during their vacation. He had already left the country when the news came out. Flowers were planted in the garden. I'll be retired when I'm 60. We had dinner at about 7. I look like my mom. We should have hired a professional for this job. I have to cook for my family tonight. The baby cried all night, so the parents were tired in the morning. It may be necessary to call a plumber to fix the leak. This book is more interesting than that. We understand the importance of education. Have they watched the last episode of their favorite show? Workers were repairing the roof of the house. He rarely drinks coffee. They were discussing the issue at the meeting. If we get up early, we can go fishing. He usually takes a shower in the morning. He had a technician fix the kitchen appliances. He may go to Europe next month. The movie starts at 7 p.m. We often go swimming in the lake. My flat is smaller than yours. They want to learn to swim. They are going to throw a surprise party for their friends. They study all week for final exams. The baby is sucking his thumb. They celebrated their anniversary yesterday. The shop closes at 6 p.m. John is taller than Mark. The dog barked all night. We love to travel to different countries. He needed to buy food on the way home. Does your mother cook every evening? He wished he had gone to the concert last night. You must wear a helmet when riding a bike. We usually have a family game night. They want to buy a house in the countryside. Are you playing a musical instrument? She hopes to become a successful writer one day. If it rains, the ground gets wet. If you had called a plumber, the pipe wouldn't have burst. They were discussing the issue at the meeting. We are waiting for concert tickets to go on sale. They practice the dance routine. He studied for hours every day to pass the exam. We visit our grandparents every Sunday. He was studying medicine at university. The dog wags its tail. The package was lost during shipping. If you watered the plants, they wouldn't die. The director of the movie is Steven Spielberg. The sun shines brightly in the morning. When they came to the party, we had been waiting for over an hour. See you in the park after school. The package was sent internationally. Does not drink alcohol. If I had passed the driver's license test, I could have gone to work myself. It is mandatory to wear a helmet while cycling. The decision was made by the committee. He will be a doctor next year. The dress was designed by a famous fashion designer. He may need help with his presentation. If I were a writer, I would write best-selling novels. You should have seen the movie, it was great. He will have finished reading the book by tomorrow. He looks tired after a long day. I found a lost wallet on the street. We used to play football every weekend. My parents were traveling to Europe last month. His computer is faster than mine. Children are playing outside. The package was delivered to the wrong address. I have to finish this book before the movie comes out. I wish we had spent more time exploring the city. They always go to the beach in the summer. While it is time-consuming, studying regularly will get you better grades. He signed up for a dance class to learn ballet. I saw a shooting star and made a wish. Thousands of people attended the concert. The government restored the building. If only I could live on the beach, I would be happy. Let's have some popcorn after the movie. I have a job interview tomorrow. We often have dinner with friends. I have an appointment on Friday afternoon. The newspaper published an article on the importance of education. The restaurant will serve breakfast all day. Member of a book club. I think chocolate tastes better than vanilla. I wish I could play the guitar. He has great talent. He is reading a book. If he had called me, I would have gone to the party. I wish he hadn't missed his flight. We often go camping in the summer. We don't have a cat. I joined a book club to discuss literature with others. The report was reviewed by the inspector. I enjoyed reading an article about famous historical events. The decision was made after careful consideration. The window was broken by the strong wind. They signed up for a coding boot camp to learn programming. If they had studied harder, they would have passed the test. He fixed the broken bike. He's studying for the history test. I can't watch horror movies. They scare me. He attended all classes, so he passed the course. I can't go to the party. I have a previous engagement. I joined a book club to discuss literature with others. He's mopping the floors. The cake my mom made was delicious. I want to lose weight and get in shape. My brother is more athletic than me. He submitted an article to a scientific journal. Although time-consuming, reading is a great habit. John and Mary got married last month. They have to study for the final exam. I have an appointment on Wednesday morning. Will you come to the party? She is knitting a sweater. My flat is smaller than yours. He should have completed the task by now. He can go on vacation next week. They were discussing the issue at the meeting. You should avoid eating too much junk food, the doctor said. Class starts at 8 a.m. They often go to concerts. While the job is challenging, it offers great opportunities for growth. Students were talking and laughing in the cafeteria. He usually arrives late to meetings. After the snowfall, they made a snowman. I will work to improve my language skills. The red dress is more elegant than the black one. He had his car serviced at the dealership. The store closes at 8 p.m. We are excited to start our new business. Can I have your autograph, please? Do you work weekends? They are studying for the exam. I have a dentist appointment tomorrow. They should have fixed the car before the trip. I got a call from my sister. We organized charity events. What time does the train leave? They asked. Did you read the book before watching the movie? He has written many articles for the newspaper. They will have booked their plane by tomorrow evening. I'm playing the guitar. I am thinking of starting a new diet. I wish I had a private jet. I could travel anywhere at any time.